What's up everyone, Sean here, and this is the channel vlog for August and the look back on July. We're already right at the end of July, at the cusp of it pretty much. Wanted to do it a little earlier than usual because I do have some stuff coming up, which I will pretty much talk about later in the video. But yeah, time flies, man. There's some stuff that I am very much looking forward to. There's one game that I'm looking forward to soon, and another one coming at the end of August. But yeah, again, I'll talk more about that. So when it comes to real life stuff, I've been feeling pretty good for the most part. No real complaints regarding to work. There is something I do want to talk about, work related, sort of technically. It did take place a month ago. Normally I don't really talk about these things, but it does come with a lesson, so that's why I want to kind of like, give that to you guys, spread that information sort of, and for you younger viewers, kind of take that to heart if anyone wants to watch this. But anyway, I guess I'll start with that. So technically this doesn't involve with my company that I work at, which is Amazon Prime Now, but it does involve with Amazon Flex, which yes, they work with us and we kind of we work with them as well, and Amazon Flex, for those who don't know, real briefly, is an app, a rideshare app technically, that allows you to take on jobs to deliver packages for Amazon. Whether it's for Prime or Prime Now, whatever it is, that is essentially the function of Amazon Flex. It's the idea is to be able to work when you want. It's kind of like Lyft, except you're doing packages essentially. So Lyft or Uber, however you want to look at it. So anyways, that comes with different mini drivers that come along to our warehouse. And there was I obviously won't go into specifics as to who did what. So driver A, he kind of had this attitude, and he was always kind of blocking the driveway for some reason. He just had this attitude where if people asked him to move out of the way, people who actually had a shift to do, he kind of just like shoved them off to the side and kind of just brushed them off essentially, kind of said no, until people had to bring out the managers, and the managers had to tell him. And I don't know, I think he still had an attitude or something, but either way, he had an attitude towards the drivers, which shouldn't happen in the first place, but that's what he did anyway. Did the same thing to this particular driver B. Driver B was a lot younger, let's just say, and he did not want any of that. So both drivers got into a argument, a very riled up argument, and driver A was really like up in his face, and driver B was just taking all the spit and the words that were coming out of his mouth, and he didn't want any of it anymore. So driver B threw a punch at him, and that's all it took, just one punch. And the people around them, including the managers and other fellow drivers, separated them, and it didn't escalate too far from there, but driver A suffered a swollen eye or black eye within the couple of hours and stuff, and that was pretty much the result. So I didn't really look into what happened after that, but I just assumed that both drivers had their rights revoked to do Amazon Flex. But I'm not trying to take sides or anything like that, but I will say that driver A, he had that attitude in the first place. He kept doing it, and he had something coming for him. So lesson here is that just be nice to people, right? I mean, if you have that kind of attitude and you continue to have that kind of attitude towards people or your peers or whatever around you, something will eventually come to you, and some sort of like karma or consequence will come your way. you'll have something coming for you. So just be careful with that, and just try to be neutral or just nice around people as much as you can. Just be patient. The world isn't exactly our oyster or anything like that, if that makes sense. But point being, the world doesn't work how we want it to work. We have to work around the world, pretty much how the world is. We have to work around that. We have to pretty much kind of like what Bruce Lee has said in the past. Be water. Take the shape of the cup that is containing the water. It'll always take the form of whatever shape it's contained in. So essentially, it means you just gotta be adaptable, kind of be just kind of mold yourself around your environment, and just be just be smooth about it. And just be nice, and pretty much little to no instances will occur on your end anyway. Of course, there's always the possibility of this person will just suddenly just wail on people and just go out of control. Those are some random factors in life. Life is full of surprises, sure, but for the most part, just be nice to people. That's all I can say. And you'll have very little stuff coming for you. So karma plays a big part of that, and just be nice and go on with your day and stuff. Don't have an attitude about it. Don't be all don't throw a hissy fit or anything like that. Just be direct about it, be nice, and just move on with your whatever job that you have, and go about your day. So that's pretty much it. I didn't want to talk about it right away, just because just wanted to let it cool down a bit, and then talk about it, because also it has a lesson to it. So I want to pass that on to you guys, with that kind of knowledge. If you guys that if that's something you want to see in these videos. So that's what I saw in real life. So that's something I wanted to get that out of the way. But anyway, speaking of work, there has been some changes coming along the way, which I come to know kind of recently, and one of the managers is leaving, and I was actually pretty shocked at that, or surprised, to say the least, because she was cool. I mean, I really liked her I really liked talking to her and all that. I'm not gonna say any names or anything like that, but she liked talking about like video games and movies and a lot of the nerdy stuff, and she was just a fellow nerd like me. So I had someone to talk to about that, besides other people. Some of my coworkers are fellow nerds and stuff like that, or geeks, whatever you want to say. But she is transferring. She is getting promoted, so that's a good thing. That's awesome for said manager. So she is going out with a very good note. But nonetheless, I will miss her, along with all the other coworkers, because she was, in my opinion at least, was a very good manager. She was on top of things as best as she could. She always handled things, the best way possible, pretty much. From what I saw, I'm pretty sure, other coworkers may have seen different things, but from what I saw, she did her best, and it was handled the best way possible for the most part. So, but yeah, again, nonetheless, I will miss her, but congratulations, and all that fun stuff, and that's just part of life. Changes come our way, and again, we just gotta be water, my friends. It's the best way you can handle the things that come at you in life. Just you gotta adapt around it. You gotta just cope with it. Deal with how you are able to deal with it, that sort of thing. It's really up to you as to how you react to it. Just be careful what's around you. just like the driver A had to deal with. So, anyways, so that's what's been happening at work. So otherwise, there's really no other complaints. It's work, getting through the day, and just that's pretty much it. Getting to put that bread on the table, sort of thing. Blah blah blah. But now the gym. This is something I do want to talk about because I actually broke a PR this time around for benching. The bench press, which is all about the chest and some shoulders and stuff, but mostly chest. I actually was able to do a PR break, which was awesome. I previously was at a plate and a quarter plate on the bar, and now I was able to do a plate, quarter, and a 5-pounder. So essentially, I was able to lift 10 more pounds. So that's considered definitely a new PR now. So because you have to times it by 2. So yeah, because because it's on each side. So we added 5 pounds each on each side, and I was able to lift that, and I was really happy with that. Of course, unfortunately I didn't record it because I didn't think I was able to do it, but I did it. So that's one more little step, I guess, to be able to do 2 plates on the bench press. So that is that is a really awesome feeling. Especially if you've been feeling down as of late or something like that. If something isn't going your way as well as you like it to be, but there's always other things that will give you that lift, literally, and and it will definitely make you a lot more invigorated or motivated to do other things and move on from there. So yeah, that PR was absolutely a great feeling, and I will definitely continue to do my gym workouts and stuff like that, and I definitely don't want to stop. Otherwise, yeah, so I'm just continuing all my other routines, like my legs and shoulders, bicep, tricep, that sort of thing. And yeah, pretty much like the PR this time is my chest workout. So yeah, again, I'm really happy with that. So very, very stoked about that. Again, I gotta now work my way slowly towards the 10-pounder, man. Like the plate, quarter plate, and then the 10-pound, man. That's definitely gonna be the next step there. So we'll see about that. Let's see if we can get to 2 plates by the end of the year, because that's what my friend Danny, my partner at the gym and friend, has predicted for me. So we'll see about that. Let's see if that comes true. But just gotta keep working out, man. That's pretty much it. So which has made me think about some things, but maybe I'll do a separate video about that, because that's gonna take way too long if I just combine it in here. So anyways, that's how my workout's been, breaking that PR. Very happy with that. So now when it comes to other real life stuff, so it, of course it was July, so July 4th has come around and went, and I didn't do anything for Anime Expo, but that's okay. I had some other plans anyway. I had pretty much like a 4th of July sort of barbecue with my pals, Adam and Danny, and we had some great food. I grilled some steaks for them, and I also did something new for myself too this time around, which was making some I guess you can say corn dogs, but they're like hot cake dogs, if that makes sense. Basically almost like a pigs in a blanket sort of thing, but instead of like a croissant sort of dough, it's with like Japanese hot cake mix. Just make the batter like you would make a Japanese hot cake, which is essentially a big pancake. That's what it is. You mix that batter with the little mini hot dogs, and put them in the fryer. We did that in the backyard. It's just basically, a little regular wok with, corn oil in there, and we have a little portable stove, so we did that outside, and we were able to make some those hotcake dogs, I guess. I don't know what to call them, but I guess they could be called corn dogs, but anyway, they're pretty good, yeah. So the only thing I do like to do, the only thing I would like to do different for next time is make the batter thicker, so that way it'll stick to the hot dog a lot better, and we'll probably have like a thicker dough on the hot dog for next time. It'll have more of that hot cake in there, along with the salty and that salty and meaty flavor from the hot dog, which will complement each other even more. But it still came out pretty good in terms of taste. Maybe I'll try to do try to actually use some wooden skewers next time, just because it'll be a lot easier to dip and and just put in the fryer. But yeah, it still came out great for taste, and slap on some ketchup on there, and oof, man, it was deadly, because it's fried food, so and it's pretty loaded with carbs, I guess you can say, and I'm going to the gym, so I gotta be careful about that, because it's too good, man. But it was a cheat day, so hey, gotta live the good parts of life as much as you can. So anyway, we also had some like I said, steaks. It was the flap meat. It was pretty much flap meat. I don't know why it's hard for me to say, but I keep saying flap meat at times, but the flap, pretty much, part of the meat. It's just so versatile. You could do a lot of things with it. It's also called carne asada meat. If you go to the supermarket, like Ralph's or something like that, it's like I said, it's very, very versatile. It's just easy to work with too. You can just put some salt and pepper on there, slap it on the charcoal grill, and you'll have yourself a pretty awesome steak. Just simple, and effective, essentially. So I love working with that with flap meat. So see, like I said, I keep saying flap meat, but flap meat, yes, that's what it's called. Anyway, awesome cut. I've used sirloin, stuff like that in the past, but it comes out chewy because it's more on the on the pan fry sort of end, but but nonetheless though, flap meat is actually really, really good, because it's got a lot of ribbons of fat along with it. So it'll just work nicely with the charcoal grill, even if it falls off, the grill. It won't. It's still juicy, so soft, tender. So it'll be easy to cut and stuff like that. Even with a plastic knife. So that is such an awesome cut to work with. So anyway, going in too much on the cooking, but anyway, that's what we did. Pretty much, we ate, chilled, relaxed. We did try to catch some fireworks on the balcony at my friend's place, but it pretty much, I don't know. For some reason the height wasn't there. We thought the fireworks were gonna go off on the higher end, I guess, but I guess it didn't happen. It just sent them off on a very low end, so we couldn't really see as well. So I was the only one who watched most of it. The rest of the guys were kind of just inside eating ice cream and stuff like that. I was eating ice cream too, but I was actually watching the fireworks. Because it's like why not? It's 4th of July. Why would I not do that? So that's what we did, and we pretty much. Oh right, and also we watched, for some reason we spontaneously had the thought of watching American Psycho, of all things. on the 4th of July. I guess. I mean, it's called American Psycho, cause so I guess it's in the American spirit in some way. But no, American Psycho is that movie with Christian Bale. It's such an awesome movie for what it is, featuring Christian Bale. For those who love Christian Bale, who haven't seen this film just yet, it is older, so it does have that age to it, but it's such a good timepiece, I think, and it's a good one to catch, in my opinion. So, very very awesome. It is more on the weirder end by the end of the film, but for what it is, again, it's still great. I love the performance from Christian Bale in that film. Very awesome. Highly recommend it. It's on Netflix, I think, still as I record this. So if you have the chance, go try to catch it. So I've caught other films as well on Netflix, like Clockwork Orange for the very first time. I love that movie for what it was. You know, it's such a interesting little timepiece as well. You know, it's from the 70s. And the cinematography from Stanley Kubrick is just very interesting and very fascinating. And it's just something I don't really see anymore with newer films. There are some some diamonds in the rough, but really, like, something like this is just something you rarely see anymore, I think, in today's mainstream cinema. Maybe some independent films might do it. I don't really look into independent films. I haven't dove in that world at all. But when it comes to main stuff, not really, definitely. So so I'm seeing Clockwork Orange for the first time. Really awesome. I was able to catch that, and I'm really glad I was able to. It's weird. I've been on this like older film sort of kick. From the 90s especially, and or like late 80s, and I did catch rewatch Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah from 92 or 91. That's like one of the best Heisei Godzilla films of that era. It's so good. It's has a nice balance of what you want to see from Godzilla. You know, Godzilla himself wrecking cities, Godzilla wrecking other monsters, and just the whole build-up and everything is just so cool. The effects were there. It's still like pretty good in this day and age. So there are some funny little moments, but it's still such a like entertaining and awesome Godzilla film for what it is. And it's still one of my favorites. I think it might be my favorite, but it's hard to say, really. It's there are other good ones as well. So again, it's really hard to say which one is like my top favorite. Maybe someday I'll do a top like 10 Godzilla film of all time. And speaking of Godzilla films, I did also catch the very first Godzilla film from 1954. Probably the oldest one I've caught for this month, right? And that was just, it was very unique for what it was. And I'm sorry to say for what it was a lot of times, but that's how it goes. It's such a unique film from the 50s, because like the whole thing with Japan getting hit by the atom bomb like not too long ago after, right? So they really got to like feel that, and so they were able to transfer sort of that grim feeling to this film. And it's just it's such a unique way to express the grim aftermath, or just that the emotions that they went through of getting hit by the atomic bomb. Now, yes, it is a little weird to express that with a big ass monster on the film, but it's it's an entertaining way to do it, and it's a movie essentially, so that's how you should do it. It's effective, and it tells so many stories in that one little film, of the feelings, the grimness, the nature of nuclear power, and just what happens when people mess around with that. Yes, this is in a fictional fashion, sure, but yes, again, it's just an expression, and it was just such a revolutionary thing at the time too. It was the first big kaiju film like that. So that, that, and there's a reason why Godzilla has reached to this point. He's still loved by many people. He's an iconic monster for a good reason. So this film definitely is that first stepping stone, and a big one at that. And I was able to see the whole thing now. So I've always seen it in clips as a child, but I've never seen it in whole. And yeah, so obviously there are some things that that have aged, but that is a given from a film of 1954. But it's still really fascinating to see how they've done things, how they filmed stuff back in the day. This is 1954, man. This is such a cool thing to like look back on. So I'm a cinema guy. I love movies. I love watching them, especially Godzilla. It's like one of my favorite franchises from movies. So that I was like gigging out when I was watching that whole thing. It was pretty cool. So anyway, that is that for watching films and stuff like that. I guess I'll fit this into this video when it comes to real life. I'll just do one more thing for real life. I did go see this like musical in my city. It's a local musical theater. My friend Adam was performing the orchestra, or with the orchestra as electric bass. So we checked that musical out. We didn't even get to see Adam do the music stuff, but the musical itself was very interesting, I guess. I mean, it's the story of Joseph, I guess, and it's like, I guess based off of Joseph, but it's got like all these like things thrown in there out of nowhere, like disco and Elvis, and like reggae, like music or something. It was very weird, to say the least. And I believe it was made by the same person who made Cats, the musical that had a movie trailer come out very recently, which is very weird. Like, it's just I don't know. I think it was like just fate, or something. It's fate that we at least see something related to Cats or something like that. I don't know. I have my own feelings about that movie trailer, but anyway, it's just so weird. It's just these weird coincidences, right? I forgot how it was called. I wish I had the program on me, but it involved with Joseph. It involved with a lot of random elements from like different music genres, I guess, and that's the musical. There's like hardly any like actual scenes. It's just they're just singing it the entire time and dancing and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's new to me. I've never seen a musical that didn't have any acting little scenes and stuff. There's like very little. So I guess it was in essence a pure musical because it's just nothing but musical numbers. So yeah, a lot of singing, a lot of dancing, and the entire time. It was pretty short too. It was like an hour and 40 or something like that. Usually they go on for like almost 2 hours or something like that, like at the longest. But including break, but they usually go on longer. Point being, and it's just, I don't know. It was just weird, I guess you can say. But that's just the nature of musicals and theater and arts and stuff like that. It's just they bring out the weirdness of life. So I guess there's that. So anyways, I guess that's all the real life stuff I can share, at least from the top of my head, and without going on too long in this video. I do want to go over the things that I finished when it comes to games, and I did finish Judgment not too long ago. So far I liked it. I do want to do a review about it, so that's something I want to do for August, but I'll go more into that later. But yeah, when it comes to what I did for the channel anyway, for YouTube, I did, let me look onto my screen here. I talked about the whole National Pokedex thing with Pokemon Sword and Shield. I had my 2 cents on that. And at this point, I still want to play the game. I just want to move on from that and just play the game for what it is. and just come up with a verdict from there when it comes out. And I definitely want to do a full review about it. So I'm willing to look past that whole no National Pokédex thing now, and hopefully the game itself is still fun, but we'll have to see about that. We still have some time, so maybe they'll come up with more better updates, because they came out with the new thing with Dynamaxing, and there's Gigantamaxing, and that solves the Mega Evolutions and Z moves, I guess. But again, I know there's that whole thing with the version exclusive gyms. I made a video about that, and because of that, I actually went ahead and bought the double pack again, technically, because I canceled it and I bought Sword just to be a Sword boy. But because of what they're doing to gyms, I want to see Alistair, I want to see Bia, but they're version exclusive this time around for some reason. I don't know, they're doing that with the gyms this time, and it's just weird. I don't feel 100% on board with that. So I don't want to go into it too much. All I want to say is I feel like I have to buy both of them. Personally, I know I can say I have the choice of picking Sword just because Bia is really cool. She's the fighting type gym leader, and she does look awesome, design wise. So I would have chosen Sword, but I do want to also see Alistair. So yeah. Anyway, that's just me. It might be pointless for a number of people I know, but that's just my personal little thing that I want to do, at least. So I guess you can say I can fully review Pokemon Sword and Shield. So for the sake of the review. So anyway, there's that. I guess I can look at it that way. But anyway, I still do want to get that game, and I still am excited for it, and I'm still have the anticipation to try it out and stuff. So I also did the Evo predictions for 2019. That was a little fun video that I did. Not too long, not pretty brief for what it is, and yeah, I know I had a lot of fun talking about what could happen at Evo. Especially with Street Fighter. Ono came out and said, "Oh, there's no Street Fighter 6, but we're focusing on Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition, blah blah blah." But it could be a big clue as to what is the whereabouts for 6, and looks like it's shelf on the shelf for now, but it could always be a joke or a troll or whatever on Ono's end, and you never know. You never really know what will come our way for Street Fighter, and it could just be a dump of characters and new mechanics being added in there, or it could just tease a brand new Street Fighter along the way, because Sony is sponsoring the entirety of Evo 2019. So it did bring some rumors about Sony revealing something big at Evo possibly. So maybe a Street Fighter 6 is possible still. I don't know. But Ono said, there's no Street Fighter 6 in a tweet or something like that. At least not in the picture, but anyway. Tinfoil hats, everyone, that sort of thing. But anyway, yeah, so I did also bring out or uploaded the broadcast for Judgment. Like I said, I beat it not too long ago. Now, I only did 3 streams for Judgment just because I don't want to take too long, and it still took me a month to beat the game, my goodness, because of like other stuff that came up. It was just, yeah, it was still quite a bit of work to get around it. But yeah, but I still was glad to finish it, and it was awesome. I will do a full review about it, like I said, in August. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm kind of happy with what I'm doing right now with the whole Twitch thing. I don't want to, again, I don't want to like only play the game for Twitch streaming. I want to, kind of split it off a bit. Like play it offline on one day. Maybe next week I play, or the following week I play on the stream, and then following day I play offline by myself. Like have that me time. But yeah, that's just how I felt things about that, and I think it's a healthy approach for me now, because in the past I've only played games for streaming, for the most part, especially with Tales of Vesperia, and that took me 3 freaking months. So that's not great. That is not a actually not a good feeling for me. It took me so long just to do that review. So, but I got that out of the way gladly. So that's what's done is done. But yeah, starting with Judgment and beyond, I will just stream whatever I feel like streaming. So yeah, I will be able to finish games faster because yeah. So I beat Yakuza, or not Yakuza, Judgment in 1 month instead of 3 months. So that's I guess that's an accomplishment. So yeah. But then again, this video was very long, so there is that. But anywho, that's how I'm gonna approach with streaming, in case if anyone else didn't know about that. Also, I will, I want to incorporate art streaming again. Like I've done it a couple times over the past few months, or this season anyway. But I would like to do, I would like to try to do more, but we'll have to see how I can fit that in the schedule, and we'll just see. Some stuff pops up simultaneously, so you just gotta be like water. Gotta be the shape of your environment, or whatever situation comes up. Just gotta form around it. So anyway, that's that for that part. We've also, of course, continued with the podcasts, and we'll try to have one coming up soonish, before Evo. And also, one last thing. One I did do a very brief, Twitch highlight thing from one of my Judgment playthroughs, or one of my Judgment sessions, and that was with the brief ASMR with the tortilla chips. Maybe I'll do an actual full ASMR video with the tortilla chips. I don't know. It's just something I just want to try out or something, and let's see how many people actually watch it on YouTube. And I don't know. It's not that hard anyway. Just buy a bag of chips and eat it on the mic or something. So it's like, okay, all right, why not try it someday? And maybe some other ASMR things, I guess, just to experiment. I always like to at least try to do some things, and ASMR is kind of one of them, because I do like to, play around with sound. That's just my thing. So I mean, I'm not gonna do it right now, but anyway, that's just what's been on my mind besides other things. But one important thing that was that popped up on July by the sort of the end of it, like later half, was We Have Fun. Hey, it was back. I mean, it's not here for for a long run, just because I've said it before, like we're older people, and we've got our own thing, and we're just busy people, so it is harder to just consistently record together and play video games and stuff like that. And you can only do it for so long anyway. It's like how many times we gotta play Wii Party, or Wii Bowling and stuff like that. I want a new one that comes out for the Switch, man. And I gotta dig into the archives, because I did do a 1-2-Switch episode recording with different people, but I just couldn't get around to it. It's just a lot of film or footage to go through, and at that time too, like, stuff just came up and stuff like that, and I just never got around to it. So I hope to find some like lost episodes and get those up sometime. So I do apologize for that, but you just gotta remember that me, Adam, Danny, and Mark, especially Mark too, like, he's been really busy with life. We're like getting close to 30, man, and we're at that point where we gotta get things going and stuff like that, and there are some things to think about, but we try to do our best to hang out as much as we can, and whenever we hang out, I try to fit in the recordings into our schedules, which is hard enough, because we want to do different things, and we don't want to always just sit there and play video games all the time. We got other things in mind when it comes to just trying out like new places to eat, or just hanging out in other different places, all together, or just watch movies or something like that in the theater. That's what we've been doing a whole lot too, like just watch movies, man, and it's pretty fun, we watched Toy Story and Godzilla or King of the Monsters, Godzilla, and that kind of stuff. So and plus, me and Danny have A-list, so it's like we're trying to make most of it as much as we can with that. So yeah. Also, we're just basic guys, nowadays. So they're just that. So it's just hard to consistently record things. But I did manage to get something out of July 4th. So we were able to play a couple hours of Wii Sports. So I still have 2 more episodes coming in. I'll upload them on the Friday as always. So please look forward to that, guys. Probably not this Friday or this coming Friday as I record this, because Evo is coming around, so I do want to take a break, and I do want to treat this as a vacation time, so you probably won't see much from the channel during Evo week. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know about that. So yeah, I guess we can lead that into what we're gonna do for August. So obviously for August, we have Evo coming up, like I said, and naturally, I'll try to do some reaction videos if I can. If we can make that happen for Sunday, because that's where all the reveals, I guess, would happen. Assuming that's where they all had it held there. But again, you just gotta work around it. But anyway, I'll do as many reactions as I can and upload them as soon as I get back. Also, there will be. I'll try to make some sort of vlog video out of it, like a travel vlog for Evo, but we'll see. I mean, I do want to try, continue using this camera, the Panasonic GX, which I bought I think in June. But yeah, it's been a good month, I guess, with this camera. I still do like it, and I still want to bring it along for for Evo. So I want to test that out. And I think once I'm done with that, I will try to do a camera review like every other fucking YouTuber has done with this camera, because it's just such a popular camera for a reason, and I want to throw in my 2 cents on it someday. So so there's that. More likely on the reaction videos, but maybe on the vlog video for Evo. And then we'll do a podcast, obviously, on Evo itself. And oh yeah, so Judgment, yes, I've talked about it throughout the video. Judgment will definitely be a thing. I'll try to do my best. I will try to do a review on Judgment, a full review, because it's a Yakuza game, and I love Yakuza games. So I will do that. We'll do my best to do that. And that's pretty much it for what really comes to mind right away and for August. But there's always some spontaneous stuff that I do want to make. Maybe a top 10, whatever. Maybe I'll do like a post predictions video, since I did make a predictions video for Evo. So I'll do like a damage report sort of thing. Maybe, but yeah, there's always that smidge of no guaranteed or whatever. But I will do my best to bring those videos to the channel. But yeah, there's always, we just never know. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the stuff that comes to mind. I guess I'll just throw this in to wrap up the video. How long has it been? It's like, what? Oh, okay, so 45 minutes before I start chopping this whole thing up. But anyways, that's pretty much it from me for this channel vlog video, the update for August and the look back on July. So if you guys want to provide some feedback or anything like that for this month or the channel in general, or if you have any ideas, I'm always open for those. Leave them in the comment section below. Love to check them out. So yeah, so with that, don't forget to like, share, comments, and subscribe. That's always very helpful, and really appreciate that, guys. And also always check out the social media stuff like Twitter and Twitch. And also you can if you want, you can support me with the sponsorship of Loot Crates. So if you click on the link, there is a promo code also. click on the link first, and then throw in the promo code when you pick your box or whatever. It's any loot crate, whatever you want, and then you throw in that code in there for the 10% off. It'll help me. It'll help you guys out too. Win-win situation, and I would always very much appreciate that if you guys feel like doing that. So anyways, that's all. That's just one way to support the channel. You can just like, share, comment, subscribe. That's that sort of thing. The drill for YouTubers. That's always been a thing. Anyways, this has been my monthly update for the YouTube channel for August and a look back on July. Thank you guys so much as always. Really appreciate it, guys. And I'll see you guys after Evo, I guess. So I'll till then, see you guys later. Sean out.